Hi, my name is Gunther Gallagher, and today I'm going to be working on a project to create a solar water heater. Next to me is the various materials I'm going to be using to create the water heater, such as this black irrigation tubing, which will be used to move the water throughout the system, this giant pipe, which will be used to hold the tubing throughout the system, heat it up. Got this cardboard tube, which will be surrounding the pipe, covered with a reflective surface after we cut it in half to reflect all the heat onto it. I have black spray paint, which will be used to absorb the light. This will be covered with a reflective material so that it spreads on the interior, the light. And we got a solar panel, which will be used to power up the pump that will move the water through the system. Okay, to paint the tube black on the interior, we had to cover the end with a bunch of tape so that the paint wouldn't spill out, and which you could also use little amount of paint to paint the interior. Now I'm just going to pour the paint inside. I have 2 cups. So yesterday we painted the inside of the tube, and now it's all dry, as you can see. So now what we're going to do is first I went over this with some sandpaper, made it nice and rough so that the paint will stick to it. We're going to use a flatter black because it absorbs more sunlight, and we're going to paint the exterior of this. Now, as you can see, there are 2 holes in the tube, which we will place one of these in and connect it to this right here, so it'll space out. So last time we left off, I just painted the tube black on the outside, black on the inside. Now what we started doing is I started wrapping this black tubing all throughout the inside and started on the outside. This is a total of 100 feet of tubing. This has gone all inside and we run out on the outside. I'm now about to use 50 feet of extra black tubing, which gives me a total of 150 feet tubing to absorb the heat of the sun. This will be placed right here, and the sun will bounce off the foil, the shiny foil, and will hit the tube. It will heat up both the tubing and the tube itself. Just finished wrapping tubing all through the outside now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to test to see how the tubing and the pump works. This is our pump right here. We've got a battery that's going to run it. And tubes that come from this little jug all the way through the system and end up right here. Now, let's see how this works. Since last we recorded, I went ahead and I started to build the frame of the model. Now, as you can see, we are currently testing what we have done so far. I'm going to walk you through exactly what we have done between before and now. As you can see, this big wooden frame is to house our water source up here with the pump and this right here, which will hold a reflective surface right on the inside. This will be some sort of mirror. Now, as you can see, I went ahead and attached these 2 together, the reflective surface and the exterior, the green, give it more strength. And if you look right here on the inside, you can see these 2 spacers put right in between the reflective surface and our pump. Currently we are testing it as shown. We got water pumping all throughout this and into the jug. I've already measured the water. It was at 70 degrees. Right now we're just running to see if the whole system works. Okay, so after our first test, we put reflective tape on the top of this right here where the mirror is going to go, reflective tape on the bottom. This way, when the sun, if it doesn't directly hit the mirror, it's going to reflect off this, either reflect off this onto the object, or reflect through the mirror down into the tube. Into the tube will be this, right here. This is going to go inside, in the middle, and it's covered with the same reflective tape, so that when the mirror bounces it right into and onto the cone, it will reflect inside and heat up the water from the inside as well. As you can see, we just attached a mirror. Here you can get a good view of what it looks like on the inside with the cone. This way, when light bounces off the ground right here, it will reflect up into there. You can get a good look at the interior and how the light's going to act when it bounces off the mirror and into the cone. The third test of our solar water heater. As you can see, the water in the system is already running. I am measuring a temperature of 73 degrees of the water. Right now, I have placed a rag over the water holder. This way it will prevent direct sunlight from heating it, and all the heat will come from this area right here. We'll come back in 30 minutes and see how the water temperature is. Come back, and I have now reached a temperature of 121 degrees. You can see. This shows that this water heater can heat a gallon of water from 73 degrees to 120 in 30 minutes. The reason why it can reach that temperature is due to the amount of surface area that the tubes provide for the water to be heated. Because of this, and that it is both wrapped on the inside and outside, and that both sides are heated, it provides the water with more heat.